3 hours late because of my fucking cat. It's like once every 6 months my cats pick like a fucking fight with me. It's like, it always happens. June or the other one, Dryam, will fucking like stick their nose up to the food. And it's like, bro, I'm not doing this. It's like, eat the fucking food. It's usually June.
Scotland stands victorious!
But today, it was the snot-nosed boy, and it's like, I'm not doing this game today. Because what happens is, they like turn their nose up to breakfast because they know they're gonna get treats throughout the day. So they turn their nose up to breakfast, and then they act like little shitheads until the first snacks. But I wasn't gonna give them snacks, and I was in too bad of a mood to actually record because I knew what was coming. So now every like hour he walks into my room and just screams because he's like, "Hey, you haven't fed us today." And it's like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Enemy forces are gathering ahead. Take them down. Hope they like the taste of defeat.
It's like he's gonna have to fucking starve today and wait till this afternoon. Because hilariously, it was the last of their fucking food, so I'm making him new food anyways. So it's like, congrats, dude, you played yourself. Excuse me. I'm
Throwing
just
everything
dying.
at us. Break the ranks. Charge weekends. Rest
So
on.
much stuff. Is this for like multiplayer? Do people spawn out here in multiplayer? Is that a thing? See, somebody give me a fucking line to the devs, dude. Why is there not a challenge in the challenge list that increases numbers of players? I guess that's because it'd be fucking impossible for multiplayer trials.
Hunger it down. The battle's not won.
Dude, that would be the greatest single player thing ever. Why is it? That makes me so angry. That'd be. I'd actually do trials. I would actually do trials if the last one had so many people on screen that it was like a 4-player game. I would actually do it. See, that would be worth it to me. Because that would influence my playstyle. My chains would be different. My... So dumb.
Numbers mean nothing. We want souls for the Let's see if you can dance. As long as I've got fingers to shoot with.
Oh, we skipped them. We skipped one. I did know it was possible to skip them, but not that easily. Oh, and somebody had some spoiler information on the Reddit, and I'm not sure how they had it. I'm not sure if it's, I'll have to look. I could just be being dumb. I could be dumb. there's always the big dumb. Because they said in their comment that we know what the other commanders are, and then they only gave one example, and it was like, okay, well, you know what they all are, why would you only give one example? So, I have a theory that we don't know, it's just that one of their portraits shows their weapons. So we'll see. But I was on Reddit again this morning, and I was just like, it's like this comment like rubbed me the wrong way the first time I read it, and it's still rubbing me the wrong way. How does this person know? Like, is it part of the roadmap? Is it on the Discord? Like, what is it I'm not participating in that I'm missing out right now?
Moon and a cuss. Be careful not to get hurt too much. Champion is arrived. Slay him.
You should turn heel and run. You're no match for our blades. Where are my minions? Protect me!
Ah, what are we doing? Don't do this to me. Oh my god. My whole chest just shriveled in on itself. Probably the dust. But... ah, that's such a bad sign. I should basically just quit. But we're gonna experiment. We're gonna verify this with this run. If you don't see one from the first chest, you won't see one from any chest.
Where are my friends?
My friends.
Where are my friends?
Excuse me. Yeah, there needs to be more end of battle rewards.
The line is breaking. Push forward. They cower in fear of our might.
Too fast. Oh, and then the other worst case scenario is that my cat was up all night eating shoestrings again. I couldn't find any missing shoestrings, but I did find 2 that he had chewed up. He just unsuccessfully detached them to eat them. So, again, the fact that he's not eating could mean he's full of shoestring,
But the battle's not won.
or it means he doesn't want to eat them. It is a brand new brand of cat food. So I just assumed that it was the food. But it also could be shoestring. But I couldn't find any shoestring. But yeah, until he eats food or he throws up a bunch of string, I won't know. He'll probably eat treats, but I don't want to give him treats. Because that's a reward. He does need calories,
We're
though. He's a
cutting
cat.
barley harvest. Rallying up. Press onward.
He does have access to water. Although he's a weirdo and barely drinks. He just sits there and licks the edge of the bowl.
The day is ours.
Does the upgrade that gives you 10% damage per emblem you have from a different clan, does it count itself?
The line is breaking. Push forward.
And are there 7 clans? I think it's 8 clans, technically. Oh, and I totally spoiled the 8th clan to some, or whatever the count is. I totally spoiled it to somebody the other day. I think they had the building required, but I kept describing it, and they were just like, no, I don't have that one yet. And it was like, no, and like I just had to sit there, and it was just like, I don't think I can have this conversation. I'm just so tired, man. When like I officially am on the journey of do not attribute to maliciousness what can be attributed to stupidity. It feels bad doing it, but it has changed my life to go from why is everybody so fucking like against me to why is everybody so fucking stupid. But like I was trying to explain to somebody the other day. Oh my god. I can't even talk about Everything is Crab. I'm not even gonna talk about that game. I'm not even gonna talk about Everything is Crab. I have moved on from Everything is Crab. I'm not even gonna talk about that game. Never mind. We're gonna talk about Tears of Metal. I was talking about Tears of Metal the other day. And
Blood will feed our Scottish soil tonight.
Everybody's going for mixed builds, and I'm kind of jealous. Because I have not been able... Well, I want them to fix Orb. I'm jealous, but I want them to fix Orb. I want Orb to count again towards combos. Because, like, dude, having a giant Orb team and doing combo... Oh, fix Orb. Because one guy said he had a delayed heat, and I was thinking about the explosive build. I don't know if it's in the game. I don't know if they got rid of that or not, because I haven't really tried. I haven't really done... I've done like 2 or 3 Ravager builds, I think.
Take them down.
Which is not impressive. It was up here last time. But yeah, that continuous explosive Ravager build was so cool. But like, I don't have any people to, you know, help me with the triggers. I only have the one. And apparently she's infantry. I never paid attention to that. I feel like I see her delayed heat trigger a lot though. Oh, it's probably the explosions from the, yeah, never mind. I just saw it going off and was like, wait, is that what I'm seeing? That's probably what I'm seeing. But like, I don't think Refracted or Orb count towards your chain, which is like, it's gotta be intentional, right? It did in the demo. I genuinely think that there was going to be an achievement that like had to do with getting such a high chain, and I blew it out of the water. Because there's one for keeping a chain for, I think it's 20 seconds. And like, that's so easy to do. Oh my god. What does stacking this one even do? It doesn't do anything. Alright, so this is bad. I think this... Okay. I think I found a bug. Unintentional RNG. I'm not sure what this is. If we get the flag on this one, it's not good. Because I think if... Or not the flag. If we get the banner, the shrine. Why can I not think of words? Probably because I'm being stressed like that all morning. Which, it's so annoying. Because he keeps coming in to get food. And then he sees me, and he's like scared now. because he's just like, oh shit, is upset, and he runs, and then he doesn't eat, and then I have to pick up his food because his sister's gonna come eat his food. So then I have to take his food away again, and he's like, ah, I'm in trouble. It's like he only takes my food away when I'm in trouble.
The battle's not won.
And it's like, eat your food. He's like, I can't eat my food when I'm in trouble. And it's like, oh my god, eat the food. But again, he'll never eat the food because what started all of it is either that he's full of string or he doesn't want the food. So again, I'm just gonna have to make food this afternoon. I'm not making him separate food now because it's too late. And actually, maybe he would eat under the basket, but his sister's unstoppable. You physically have to restrain her so the other animals can eat, or like June, eat under a basket because she's a savage. She's honestly the best one right now, although she has some really bad food problems. She's like learned when I like take my breaks, except she's like a little off. She's like 30 minutes off. So like for the last 30 minutes of my stream, she just sits at my feet screaming. And it was cute at first because it was just like, oh my gosh, like she's finally like out of her shell. Like, oh my god, this cat has taken so many years to finally come out of her shell and like talk and wander around the house, talking to each other and playing and doing all this other stuff. And it's just like, are you doing this every hour and a half to get treats? It's like, oh my god, this makes me feel bad. And now it makes me look at her different, because it's just like, are you being cute, or are you being manipulative? Like, did you actually come out of your shell, or did you learn that being cute gets you treats? Speaking of orbs, also, can we just talk about the fact that, again, orbs and chain don't actually count? What? Can we talk about the fact that the one called chain doesn't add to your chain right now? Okay. I don't normally...
Throwing everything at us. Break there.
How do I say this? I usually like to toot my own horn. I'm a pretty self-aware narcissist in that regard. Absolutely gassing myself up. But this is one of those ones where it's like, I like to say that I always like to say that I'm the reason something happened in a game, but it's one of those things where, like, in the back of my mind, I know somebody somewhere had already done it before me. They just didn't post about it. They probably just went, huh, look at this. Like how I got 5.5 million coins. I do like to think that I'm the person who got Gargantuan banned. But I literally watched somebody else post on Reddit and was like, I'm the one that got Gargantuan banned. And it's like, I have more coins than you. But like, it's always in the back of my mind that I'm just like, damn, somebody out there probably got 3 Gargantuans and it's just sitting there with 10 million coins. So I only got 2 of them, and then the next morning I got 3 of them like it was nothing. So it's like, did somebody out there get 4? I don't know. I've had 7 of one item before. RNG's crazy. 7 Gargantuans would have actually been insane. I can't remember what I had 7 of. But yeah, 7's my record of just one item. Yep. Ah, God, it's a bad run. They're just buffs. That's so weird, right? It's so weird how that happens sometimes. I wonder why that happens.
Monsters!
Oh wait, guys. Whoops. Did I just leave somebody back there? Oops. Is it an archer? I wonder if it's an archer and I just ran past him. Did I go back here? I don't even think I went back here, actually. Now I'm confused. I'm not sure what's happening. I did not go back there, right? Right? That's the bow guy. I hate you. You know, to be the dirtiest buff in this game, they don't need to do it. They do not need to do it. But would be the coolest thing ever. That killed? I'm not sure about that. I'm all for cool shit, but how the fuck did that kill? You know, to be the coolest thing ever? Monikers that extend ally command duration. Hold up. Is that not the coolest thing ever? That'd be so broken. Oh man. It'd have to be like 1 second at a time. Half a second? It couldn't even, I don't even know if it could be a second. I don't even know if it could be a second. It could, ugh. It'd have to be, it'd be small percentages. That'd be so cool! Oh my god, longer ally commands for the bow. Woo! It'd be so busted.
The line is breaking! Push forward!
Better upgrades. Hey, how's it going? Thought I recognized that name. Sorry, I was laughing at my own absurdist humor. I'm picking upgrades this run and nothing but upgrades. And I'm not actually doing anything. I've lost my mind. I'm doing well, how are you? Or wait,
Battle's
did I already
not
say
won.
that? I think I've lost my mind. I got up at 2 a.m. to feed my cats, and my cats decided they didn't like the food. Wait, what do you mean? Like, since the post, or since yesterday? Because I played for 10 hours yesterday. My army is insane compared to what I posted the other day. Not huge updates, but my army is... I'm getting there. We're almost done. Oh, did we get done? We got it done before the thing ended. Nice. Yeah, it's sadly you can't show people your army mid-run. I don't know if that's necessary. Is that necessary? Does that feel necessary? Am I crazy? Is it weird? I don't know. But I think I got 8. Let's try to Oh. That's been a weird thing happening, I feel like, a lot lately. Just in gaming. And I don't like I don't know what's going on. Sorry, not to turn your problem into a general problem. But like I feel like I'm reading in every subreddit I'm in that people are having computer issues. Like, I've been playing nothing but indie roguelites this year, and I feel like every week I see a post about somebody struggling to play, like, just an indie roguelite. And it's like, damn, like, what is happening right now? So I'm not doing so hot at the dime, man. I'm sorry to hear that, though. What's the name? I just assumed Dynasty Warriors. I don't know why I did that. I wonder if, I really hope that Iron Pineapple covers this game and I hope you're still within that window. I love Steam's refund system. There's been so many times I've played a game and just immediately been like, whoa. I watched 100 hours of this game. Ooh. 5 for 5. That's a hard one. Ooh. No, I don't think we do it. I think we take a 10. I think we take... See, why is this so rare? Why is this... Oh, this causes me so much pain. Pain without love. What is happening here? Why aren't we seeing the... Ally units deal more damage. Is that individual? Dude, I need to speak to a dev, like, right now. I've never heard of Voin. I'm gonna look that up while I have to think. Is it better? Does ally units deal more damage affect your command? Does that affect command damage? Do I want special charge generation? These are so rare. I don't want to get rid of Dirty Fighter if it makes my guy And why is it still on the left side and you can't see the word ally moniker currently equipped correctly because it's covering your emblems and not on the right side? Because then they could... Devs! Oh, 1 second. I think I'm fighting the game. Is that better? Is that better? Can you hear me? Hello? 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 I could, it might be my microphone too. My cat likes to mess with my microphone. My cats like to do a lot of things that make me angry. Okay, God, dude, so, does Dirty Fighter boost command damage? Oh, God, dude, I don't want to be in this situation. More like nothing changed. Ugh, God dang it. I have no idea how to make it better. My apologies. It might just be one of those things where I have to turn it on and back off again, but I'm gonna have to end stream for that because it's a mess back there. No, sorry. Thank you for telling me. I'll listen back to the recording to see how bad it is. Do you think ally units deal more damage means command? Dude. Christ, my savior above, tell me the answer. Give me a sign. Is this the sign? Should I just go? Should I replace? We just got Dirty Fighter on everybody, dude. It took so long. I don't know what to do. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. There's a 10% version of this. I will swap for the 10% version. It took so long. The worst part is I can't even show you, or can I? Emblems, charms, locations. No, I can't even show you. There's not even a thing for it, is there? Oh, there is for this. Yeah, there's not even a thing for monikers. Ugh. So there's one that deals 7.5% ally damage. It's upgraded. It's called Savage Dog or something like that, I think. I can't remember. And the fact that it deals 7.5% makes me think that it does boost command, because there's one for, this one. Captains, bosses, and fodder that deals 5% and 10%. And then there's actually a third one for fodder that deals 20%. So it's like, do they all have 3 tiers? I've only ever once or twice maybe seen the second tier of this one that deals 7.5%. And then again, there's a 10% bonus for special charge generation that I've only ever seen twice. And once I know for a fact it was on infantrymen. And when you take infantrymen and you make them your bonus, their natural boost is special charge generation. So it almost makes me wonder if the reason I'm not seeing these certain abilities or monikers is because they're locked to special armies. Like, maybe only these guys can get the 10% boost. Maybe these guys can only get the 7.5% boost. I don't know. I've asked a lot of questions on the Reddit, and I know the devs are looking. I don't think the devs like me, though, because I've called them out a couple of times. And I'll continue to do that. I am so sick and tired of the modern gaming landscape. Oh, I should have taken the one below me! It has +3. I'm just, like, am I trade... Because 5% damage is better than 5% charge generation. However, a bunch of charge generation is usually better than damage because you get more damage out faster. Well, you get less damage out, but you get it out faster. But it's like, in this situation, I think doing the most damage is always best because a lot of the bosses have immunity phases, and since they have immunity phases, you can only do X amount of damage. So, like, being able to do lower damage more often, I feel like isn't as good as being able to just knock them into each phase and then just have it over in 3 phases, 2 phases, however many phases it is, instead of, like, trying to min-max my damage as much as possible. Because there might be points where, during the fight, most likely, I'm just sitting around doing nothing, and my charge generation isn't doing anything there. My damage isn't either, but as soon as, you know, battle's back online, my damage is. And I usually always have charge generation. It only becomes a problem in the final boss and Act 3, but even then, it's still not that big of a deal. However, if I can get the 10% and stack 8 of them, plus 80% is fucking insane. And I absolutely want to do that. But again, I've only ever seen them twice. So it's like, what am I doing wrong? Again, I think it might be the fact that they can only appear on infantrymen, and I don't use infantrymen. In which that case, I can only have plus 40% special charge, which is like, bah. I mean, it's good. That's really good. But there's items I can buy during the campaign from the shops that give me 30% and 15% and all other sorts of percents. And you can't get anything that boosts your damage except for 1 talisman. So I would rather take the damage, which I can't boost besides the 1 talisman, versus there's a good chance that I can buy a bunch of other things. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's because I like to look at it with guaranteed time. It's another... it's a bad day. That's a bad day. That's a bad day. Today's just literally a bad day.
Thanks to our efforts.
I don't know what it is about the RNG, but every yellow box we've opened has not offered me a upgrade. I don't know why that happens. I'd like to make a post about it, but I don't think the devs are going to respond. And I hope they don't. I hope the devs put all their effort into just fixing multiplayer right now. I don't play multiplayer. I have no plans to play multiplayer. I might play multiplayer when my brother comes out. I don't know what split screen's like. If we can like split screen on a monitor, I don't know if is that a thing yet? I feel like in the modern era, most people who want to play split screen with a friend probably have two like TVs or monitors. I wonder if you can split games that way now.
done
Can you do that? Is that a thing? That'd be so good. That was awful, man. There was nothing. I don't know if that's a thing people have nowadays. There was nothing like growing up with somebody you played locally with, like games and stuff. That was a screen peeker. Like just having this moment of like, you're not, and then looking up and the other person's just staring at your screen to see where you're at, and you're just like, you're just cheating. And it's like, he's not cheating. It's like, oh my god, I can just literally picture their face. My god. I knew somebody that cheated in Euchre. That's a very obscure card game. Probably not a lot of people know what that is. If you do, it might be more popular nowadays. The internet's big. They would just cheat. They would just wait for everybody to get into conversation, and then they would do their final shuffle to give themselves a good hand. And it literally just ruined it. I just remember one day, because like it was my senior year that all this went down. But I had, oh god, well, I don't know if I can remember this, dude. This was 13 years ago. Am I this old? I had first period anatomy, second period study hall,
Scotland stands victorious.
third period was conditioning for life, I think, and then lunch, and then I think, no, wait. No, wait. I'm trying to remember how this went. I know my last class of the day, I was in, or was that my June? No. I can remember the first part of my day so vividly still. But I cannot remember the second half to save my life anymore. No. I had, I believe, an art class at the end of the day because I raced. No, it wasn't art class. It was environmental science. Was that what it was? Because I remember I was in the basement of the building. I think it would have been environmental science. Because that was also in the basement. And I think it was my... Okay, wait, hold on. No. I'm blending a couple classes. Because that class was definitely... The agriculture science was definitely my junior year. I know for a fact that anatomy and study hall were first and second. I was one of the only people who had 2 study halls. And that was because most people who did what I did just left early for the day. But I'm gonna be real with you. I think I still left early. Did I just leave school early my senior year? I was not the best student. I remember one time in middle school, I think I had 30-something detentions. It wasn't like a competition, but it was one of those things where, like, if you weren't getting a detention, you weren't getting in trouble. And looking back at it, I was just disruptive. I very clearly had outburst issues. I would just say the first funny thing that came to mind, because it would always make the class laugh. Always worked. Always worked. And the reason for that is the one time it didn't work, it was so horrifically cringy that I remembered to never do it again. The goal was, if I couldn't say it without laughing myself, I knew it was funny. Sometimes it wasn't, though. It happened again. It happened once in 5th grade where it was so bad everybody had to, like, oof. It was so bad that, like, the kid who gets bullied made fun of me mid-cringe. And then, like, it's like almost storybook or, like, TV-esque where the teacher's just like, just stop. He's already dead! The worst part about the first one, oh my god, the teacher just straight up put me on the fucking, what's it called? Just roasted me. Spotlight? Roasted me. And the worst part was, he roasted me on being grammatically incorrect, which I was bad about. So, like, he had me. Had me. And the worst part was, I learned years later that I was actually referencing something that I was just completely, like, what's it called? Subconsciously doing. But I had interrupted the class by drawing, like, a big blocky 3D letter to the girl I had a crush on that said, "Waz up." And he basically grilled me on, it's actually, what is up? And it was just like, I did not know that. But, like, you know, I'm in 5th grade being grilled by a teacher for flashing a sign to my sweetie. But years later, it was like I was referencing something. It's like, that's literally like, actually, I don't know which I'm referencing now. Did it come from Scream, or the fucking, it's a Budweiser commercial, right? Who did it first? Who did Waz Up first? What's that? Is it Budweiser? I thought it was Scream. Maybe that's why he was so mad. It was like years later, I was telling the story again, and like somebody was just staring at me, and they're like, "You were?" I thought I was referencing Scream. I did not realize. Do they not say it in Scream? Isn't that how they answer the phone? Am I wrong? That's totally how they answer the phone in Scream. Is that Scary Movie? Oh my god, dude, am I this old? Am I just blending a bunch of movies together? Oh god, I'm old. It's happened. Well, it's about time to take me out back. I won't be helping this town no more. They're gonna take me to the old people clip and just shove me off. It's time. You know what? It's time. I embrace it. I can't even reference a movie correctly. I couldn't do it in 5th grade, apparently. Actually, in 5th grade, I did do it correctly. I was just scared of being on the spotlight. I hate that teacher still to this day. He was my coach for a sport, and it's terrifying. I don't know that this is probably just, I don't know if this is probably not unique to the United States. This is probably a worldwide phenomenon. A lot of the people who are coaches for children should not be coaches for children. I think that's a worldwide issue, most likely. But dude, that's one of those things I look back at, and it's like, oh my god, I resent those people. Should not have been coaches, bro. Who were letting those people be coaches? I remember one of my coaches just straight up invited their brother-in-law, and like looking back at that, it's like, yeah, no, she should be in prison. Who the hell is this guy? We don't know that for certain.
Gather up ahead. They must not take that position. Dragonstone doesn't distinguish ally from
Horrifically, actually, one of the coaches at my, well, actually, it wasn't my school. It was the high school while I was in middle school. Straight up fucking arrested. Actually, I think another teacher was arrested as well, so, like, not great. Although, I like to point the finger at the fact that we were in a small town, that it was most likely a problem of bigger city issues coming to town, and not necessarily of, like, a product of the town itself. Oh, too bad we didn't get double of those. That'd been sick, right? But it also wasn't a great town. When I finally moved out of it, I could see it for like what it was. But I moved there. How many times? I moved like 4 or 5 times when I was a kid. I moved so much when I was a kid. And then, yeah, it's a shitty run. See, I don't know why this happens. We haven't gotten a single commander reward today already. I mean, we've only been playing for 51 minutes, but that's suspicious. Like, that's... See, it's literally like 2 days ago I had a stream saying, what's up with the commanders? There's something going on with the RNG in this game. I've played for 123 hours. I've got a feeling for the RNG. There's something wrong with it. Some days it's just not good. And I think that has a lot to play with when people are like, this game's just too hard, I can't get through it, like why am I struggling so hard? I feel like some people only get an hour or 2 to play once a week, and like sometimes you just load the game up and it, like, look at me, I'm having not a bad day, but imagine if you were somebody who didn't have the resources that I had to play all day. You wouldn't be having a good time right now. So, like, I don't know, man. This is one of those things that I talk about where, like, I really need contact with the devs, but I understand they don't want to talk to me. I am very abrasive. And I did call them out 6 months ago. 5 months ago. Oh, dude, I just couldn't do it. I might have argued with some of you on the Discord. I apologize if I did, but I stepped away. I'm no longer on the Discord. I apologize if I said anything rude, but I can't do it. I was on the Discord for 2 weeks, I think, and I literally every single day, the only comments I saw were, when is the game coming out? And it drove me mad. I actually stopped playing the game because it just made me sad. Because it was just like, I'm not playing this game to show anybody right now. I'm really glad that the game does have its crowd now. The game has its flaws. I'm not going to hide it. But I'm not going to hide that I have 123 hours in this game. I love this game. The only thing I wish bad upon this game at all, this is true honesty, the only thing bad I wish upon this game is that Konami sees that Dynasty Warriors can be good, and they bring it back, which would be really bad for Tears of Metal, but... Dynasty Warriors could go so hard right now. Imagine if Konami saw this formula and went, oh shit, do we still... That's not stick drift, is it? Why do I have stick drift? Why do I have stick drift? Why was my stick drifting? This controller has barely been used. That's so unacceptable. This controller has been used for like 20 hours of playtime. There's no way, dude. They're making controllers worse. That's factual proof. There's no way my controller's stick drifting. This is my newest controller. Fresh out of the package. This is insane. You cannot be... I don't even use that analog stick that much, man. It's just for camera movements like that. You would think it'd be the other the other stick. But no, I love this game. I I don't even want to say this. I said this so many times yesterday. I don't even want to say it out loud anymore. If the devs don't nerf anything, I don't want to jinx this. If they don't nerf anything, I will play this game for 1,000 hours. That's not an exaggeration. There has been 4 indie games that I have learned to speedrun on my own, put over 100 hours in, learning to speedrun, building up my characters, you know, like getting my skills up. And then every time the devs just do something to just kick me in the pants. It's happened 4 times now. It happened with Cursebreaker. It happened with Everything is Crab. It happened with Sea Fantasy. And why did I say 4? I knew for a fact there was a 4th game. Why did I say... I knew there was a reason to say 4. What is the 4th game? I keep thinking of Sulphur, but I never learned to speedrun that game. Although they did nerf that game so hard that it, like, killed any desire for me to play it. Anyways, 3 games. We'll just say 3 games, because I don't know why. I felt like there was another game. But, like, it's so tiring, dude. Especially this. I'm gonna make a video about that. If these devs do it, I'm gonna make a video about it. But I am so tired of things needing buffs in games and devs being like, hey, we saw your complaints that these things were not strong enough, so we nerfed everything you have been using so that you're more inclined to use these things. And it's like, that's not how this works. Like, it needs study, dude. I want to make a video on it. The phenomena of game developers nerfing the things people like in an attempt to get people to use things they don't like needs to be studied. It's crazy. I cannot be the only one who thinks that's like the craziest thing in gaming right now. And I know the meme. I know the meme. If everybody's super, nobody's super. That's literally not true. That's like a funny meme, but the guy's literally insane. Like, that's the joke, is he's crazy. So, let's take a step back here, and let's get rid of that mentality. And again, if these devs actually... because they're doing really well so far. I think there's only been 1 nerf that I've just been like, oh, come on, what are you doing? And that's been how chain and orbs do not add to your chain. Which just should not... That's crazy, right? One of them's literally called chain. Refraction's literally, its ability is called chaining. So the fact that it does not add to your chain is actually asinine. Although I don't know if that's actually a nerf or a bug. I mean, it's so crazy that, I mean, it could be a bug. It could just straight up be a bug. But, like, weren't there playtesters? I would hope the playtesters would notice that 2 of the main clans aren't working properly. I don't know, man. I don't want to complain. I don't want to complain. I'm having a rough day because of my cat not eating because he's an asshole. I don't want to complain. I do. It's a family heirloom passed down to me by my father. It is the only one that can slay the great demon at the final end of my campaign. I'm kidding. No, I love the sword. It's good. It's a combination of, like, 2 of them. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have a cat hair in my throat. One moment. Cat hair.
Ancestors, smile on this victory.
Oh my god, cat hair. Welcome in. Woo. Oh. Cat hair. We'll take that. Back to the past on Hawaii Jack, Hawaii Jack. Back to the past and Hawaii Jack, Hawaii Jack, Hawaii Jack. Best emblems. Like clans? Or do you mean like the ones on the right side of the screen? Or left side? Do you mean, these ones? Or these ones? Yeah, oh god, I asked too quickly. I think you meant clans. Or like these ones. As far as Wallace goes, I'll just answer both. As far as Wallace goes, Exposing Strike. Is it called Raise? Raise Strike and Linked Strike are my favorites. Same for Heavy. It just depends on what combo you have. I use this combo a lot. It's all X's. But if you have Flamberg, I think it's called Flamberg. Whatever the sword is you buy with Dragonstone. If you have that sword, you can do an XXY combo for heavies. Devastating. Devastating damage. And it's a very fast, heavy finisher. So if you have anything with heavies, like right here, you'll always get the combo finisher super quick. I would say this is one of the only downsides to this weapon is that your finishes are locked like to 4-hit combos. 3-hit combos are devastatingly fast. But I would go in order: purple, blue, gold as the 3 best. And then I really don't use the other ones. But like from there I would probably go fiery red. No, pink, pink red, fiery red, poison, alchemical, whatever it's called, green orbs. I think that's it. For these, this one's one of the best. This one's actually great. If you can get red, reroll and this one are just great. This one's really good if you're playing solo and you want to spend all your money on chests. However, for the final boss, totally useless. Doesn't really help you there. As far as these go, this is one of the best ones to have starting. Just great. Just all-around great. This one's really good. This one's really good. Plus 30% special charge below 50% HP is just phenomenal. That can save you. If you're fighting a boss and you get below 50% HP, if you lock in, this will win you the game. This one's useless in boss fights, but it's really good for the rest of the run. This one's amazing. I think it works on all cooldowns. So like your attack, your dodge, even like your archery cooldowns, I think. You can just spam those. I'm not actually sure yet because, again, I'd have to talk to the devs. Or the devs would have to explain it. I'm sure they have on Discord, but can't control getting this one, but this one's amazing. Always upgrade this guy. Once per campaign, survive a lethal blow and recover 40 HP. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Always make sure you have that. But Fragile on dodge is probably my favorite dodge. Dodge is okay. I would say Fragile's the best dodge. Actually, no. Fragile and Bracing are both the best. Bracing is only good if you have Linked on. Bracing is an effect that doubles the effects of Linked. So if you have Linked Strike and you can cause Linked, Bracing is probably the best one. But Fragile does an automatic plus 20%, so it's like having 20 stacks of Linked. So if you don't have Linked, Fragile's better. If you have Linked, Bracing's better. As far as commanders go, you always want to have both. Well, you don't have Fragile, you have Vortex, but Vortex is what groups everybody up, so when I press it and you see that big circle pull everybody in, that's Vortex. Because the actual green circle is pretty small. What now? Right there, you were seeing both my movement speeds kick in. That's how I move so fast. This sword does also have the benefit of coming with the long dash. Now, the green sword also comes with the long dash and the short combo. So it's technically better. The only reason I wouldn't say it's better is because this weapon has... It has the best finisher. When I swing to my end, I do a wave attack. That is the sword itself. That wave attack is insane for gathering special. It's insane for gathering special. It's actually it's almost too good. And I don't mean that it's too good. What I mean is that every sword was a sideways upgrade, and then this one actually feels better. And that's fine. It's just, I liked it when they all felt equal, and this one just genuinely feels better. And that's fine. Again, I thought it was going to be the same power as the other swords. It's very clearly better. Again, nothing wrong with that. It just, when it came to online discussions, we were all basically in agreement that they were side upgrades. But this sword just feels better. Like, it's hard to argue the other ones are better. You can. It just takes a lot of skill to make them better. Like, again, the other ones having shorter combos are just straight up better, but you have to be aware of enemy timings and what finishers you're going to benefit from the most with those shorter times. So it takes a good bit of game knowledge. I just played this new game, and it's one of my new favorite examples of this. It's called Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, and it's for the PS2. And there's one class in the game that is so much better than everything else, it's just inarguable. However, if you've played the game for some years, the best class is actually the Dwarven Archer. Or no, it's the Human Archer in the first game. My bad. Sorry, it's the Human Archer. And that's because he has an ability to shoot infinite arrows at a certain point, because you have so much money. And those arrows will actually do more damage than the Sorceress can. Now, the Sorceress, by all means, is the best character. They have an ability called Ball Lightning that just obliterates everything on screen. However, Ball Lightning reaches its limit at a certain point. Also, for the final boss, you can't use Ball Lightning. You have to be a physical attacker. And the Archer actually has physical benefits. So it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, if you have 100 hours or more, this is the best way to go. However, I prefer this sword because of that combo and the fact that it has this dash. And I'm gonna start speed running, so I need to muscle memory have this sword like on lock. Oh wow, look, there's our thing. Watch, it's not gonna give us an upgrade. This is gonna be crazy, dude. I don't know why this game's doing. Actually, you know what? Let's just test it. I've wanted to test so bad whether or not you can just beat the run or the round and the mother flame will end. I've waited it out every time. Will it succeed? Oh, it did drop it. Okay, cool. I've always run it out. Alright, well that's... See, why is this happening? Where's my... I mean, like, I'm happy to see this. This is a really good one. This is a really good one to get. Anything with Fragile and something else is really good. But, like, Hello, devs? How come sometimes, like, that's 5 upgrades, right? We've been playing for an hour and 10 minutes, roughly. Streaming for an hour and 14. All 5 of the upgrades I've gotten haven't been for my clan. Something's not right. Today or in general? Because an hour today. I've been playing for an hour today. I have 123 as of now. Moving towards 124. And then I had like 30-something hours on the demo. I can't see anymore, I think, because they got rid of the demo, so it's like not a game anymore on Steam. It just says uninstall. It might say how many hours I still have. I can double check. But I had like 30-something hours on the demo. And then I have like 120... I had 122 when I got on Steam today. Alright, well that's annoying. Alright, somebody just kill me. Ah, wait! My loot goblin! My senses! How did you miss me? I can't get that kind of RNG when I'm actually trying to survive.
Lost. The tree.
Sword, trinket, object. We got one! We got one! Yes! Yeah! Oh my god. Oh. After all this time, we finally got one. It was called Rabbit Dog. Yes! God, I hope that's boosting. Oh my god, man. Look at him. He's beautiful. We finally got a rabid dog on the team. We've been offered this one other time as far as I'm aware. And it was, it wanted to trade with this guy who has one of my, who has one of my favorite items. Or was it the other guy? I think it was this guy. Anyways, it wanted to trade one of my favorite items away, so I said no, and I have not seen it since. I think this is the second time I've ever seen this moniker in 123 hours. It's the second or third time. I swear to God, this is one of the rarest monikers in the game. And I still don't know if it's actually boosting my ally command damage or not. Somebody told me there's one that boosts heavy attack damage by 7%, and they won it really bad, and I straight up have never seen it. It's like, okay. Now, I have a new theory I'm working on. I think each group might have their own designated set of, like, unique monikers, which makes them even more rare. Like, I have a theory that you can only get plus 10% special charge on these guys. Because I've only ever seen plus 10% twice, and I know for a fact it was on one of these guys one of the times. So, like, the devs would have to break it down, or somebody would have to data mine the game. And I really don't like data miners, if I'm being honest. I can't believe that, dude. After we finally have a rabid dog. Now, if this doesn't boost command damage, it's basically doing nothing. It should, right? Ally units deal more damage. That reads to me that individually each one deals more damage on the battlefield. But would that not mean... Just lock on for more precise. Would that... I don't know. Because otherwise it's useless. I don't need them to do more damage on the battlefield. I need their command to do more. But that would make sense. I guess you would see... Would you see it? You would see it boosted here. Ally command damage plus 25%. Does that go down? No, it doesn't. So... maybe not? I don't know. I'm just happy to have it. Maybe one day the devs will confirm it doesn't do anything, and I'll have to get rid of it. I'm just happy to have it right now. Or maybe they'll fix it to do more damage. I don't know. That would make... I don't know. I don't know. I want it to work the way I want it to work, obviously. I was having a rough day until that moment. I needed that. Sorry for screaming, everyone. I think I actually broke my sound barrier, or not my sound barrier, my noise barrier on my microphone. Yeah, we have not seen that in a long time. And I've been playing a lot. I'm also, I think, one of the only people who purposely dies right after they get their scrolls. Which does save time. It does save time. I haven't done the math. But there ain't no way it doesn't save time. Because I think it takes me, like, an extra 10 minutes to do the last 2 levels and the boss. And by the time I'm doing that, I'm already starting Act 2 of the next run. If not faster. Because Act 1 only takes me like 6 minutes if I'm quick. So it's like that last 10 minutes to do the last 2 levels and the final boss. I'm already starting another run. And by like the 12-minute mark, 15-minute mark, I can be through Banshee. So like if I'm having a bad boss fight, I'm getting 5 Dragonstone for the cost of basically an entire other run. Because if I'm as slow as possible and I check every corner of the map and I pick up every item and I play this game as like I'm having fun, it only takes me 30 minutes to do everything I need in an act. And then I kill myself. So like, again, it takes me like an extra... If I'm doing everything and I'm not rushing, it takes me 15 minutes just to do the last boss and all that stuff. So, like, it's like every other final boss fight, I'm throwing away an entire run of Act 1, 2, and part of 3. Which is just so much more value. Now, I could be, at this point, theoretically stopping as soon as I get the second clan emblem. Because it takes me, like... even long to get from Clan Emblem 2 to 3 is so much time that I could easily just be rotating Act 1 and 2 clans. But like that's not fun. That takes like all the joy out of the game, right? I'm not crazy in that. See, like that's 4 monikers and I can just buy that. But nothing's gonna boost my ally damage. So I can just buy that. This, if I'm below 50%, that is, what is that, 6 allies? And then we didn't get, this one makes me so uncomfortable. I feel like my mother-in-law made art and is making me look at it. So, I can't tell you exactly. It says on kill 5% chance to reset cooldowns. I don't know if that's these. Like dodge. Like if your dodge instantly comes back, or if your block comes back, or your because attacks like reducing your attack cooldown doesn't do anything. But dodge is kind of slow, so that would make sense. It could be your like the spam ability of like your ally commands. I don't think it's that one, because if you could just spam your ally commands, I think I would know. So I think it's like, it's basically just a dodge cooldown. It's a 5% chance for dodge cooldown, I think. Which, yeah, I'm almost certain it is, but I also can't tell because of my sword. I don't know. It'll one day get sacrificed, though. The items I care about the most, and I will never get rid of, are Embellished Axe Head. Kill 10 enemies to gain 30% damage for 5 seconds. Wing Rosary. Kill 10 enemies to gain 30% move speed for 5 seconds. Wing Pin. When killing captains, get 30% move speed for 5 seconds. And then I have a hard time getting rid of Tiny Dirk. Finishers deal 15% more damage. That's a really good one. However, if I get like a 7% damage increase or a 10% charge generation, I will absolutely get rid of Tiny Dirk. But the 3 ones that give you 30% movement speed for just like a few kills, 10 kills is not very many. 2 captains is not very many. I just killed 2 captains there. Although I didn't get the buff, which is kind of weird. Oh, it's because they killed the captains, not me. That's right. I forgot how that works. Now, you might think this poison is really bad because it's just defensive stuff. So you'll see here, when hurt, gain resilient for 3 seconds. Very defensive. We're going to do a roll. Okay, we got nothing. So we're just going to take this. If rolling doesn't work the first time, do not use the second roll. Ah, we got it anyways. Sal Alkali. Resilient additionally increases your strike and heavy damage by 25%. So we're going to grab that. I think that's actually buff. I think that, yeah, that was a tier 2, wasn't it? So we're going to grab that. And then we're just going to stack resilience. So long as we have resilience going, we will do 25% extra damage. This is the best clan for, what is his name? Ruda? If you just stack resilience on him and you get the damage increase, he's insane. He's honestly the best hero in the game. It's so unfair how good he is. Truthfully, if anybody needs nerfed, it's him. And I don't think anybody needs nerfed. But like, I used him to just literally face tank the entire game. I think I dodged maybe 5 times. I would just save up my special until the end of every battle, and then when it was me versus like the final enemies, I would just use my ultimate and I would heal all the way back up to full. Wallace is really bad for multiplayer, from what I understand. But for single player, and a lot of people have been vocal about this, and I can't, what's it called? I can't shoo away their concerns and their feelings. But a lot of people have been vocal that they don't like the ally build for Wallace. But I think it's too good. Yeah, see, he's bad. He is bad for multiplayer. That is a problem for him. I have seen a lot of people say he is bad for multiplayer. Oh, nice. We got Shield Rune. If you're wondering why I'm excited about an Axe guy with Shield Rune, it's because by having him in my army back at base, Shield Rune will no longer pop up in the loot pool at the end of my runs. So yeah, Wallace is a solo character. Wallace does all of his damage solo, which really sucks. Now, he's not bad. If you want to make Wallace feel good, you're going to have to buy the, I believe it's the Flamberg. Is that the name of the sword? That's the real sword. I don't know if that's the name of the sword in the game. But you're going to have to buy it. It's like 3 Dragonstone, I think. I think they nerfed it. Or lowered it. Is it a nerf? It's a nerf. Whatever. And then again, I think it's just X, X, Y, or what would that be? Is that square? Square, square, triangle? I think it's square, square, triangle. For light, light, heavy. And you will do a combo heavy attack that does a good chunk of damage. But you're just going to spam that. You're literally just going to spam that attack repeatedly. I would say it's not fun. But it is Wallace's like most powerful combo. It is literally just light, light, and then that. But this one doesn't get it. This one gets heavy, heavy, which I don't like because by the time I get that second heavy attack off, I've been staggered more than a few. Oh, he's chasing me more than a few times. Here's the power of Wallace solo. And I just got plus 30%. So now I'm even more powerful. Wallace is terrifying in solo play. Wallace is literally unstoppable because of the commanders in solo play. And I love it. But yeah, from what I've heard, he's miserable to play as. In some people were saying in multiplayer, if you're not playing with friends, you'll just get straight up kicked for playing Wallace. Which, like, I am not surprised about. I literally had to stop playing multiplayer games. Oh, it's the Bog Witch. The Bog Witch. But you're not useless. You're not useless. You just have to do very specific things. So you would, I can show you after this. Do you what all do you have for Wallace? Do you have everything? Again, you don't need this sword that I have right now. You're going to use the other one. Okay, so you would probably use... Oh, God, what's it called? Is it Mercenary? There's one that boosts heavy strike. There's one shoulder pauldron that boosts heavy strike by 5 damage. Or heavy strike. Heavy damage. That's my favorite. Does that have the XXY? If that has the XXY combo, light, light, heavy. What I don't know if you play on. I don't know what you play on. I keep assuming you play on Xbox because I play on Xbox. I apologize. It's light, light, heavy. If that has the light, light, heavy combo, absolutely use that. But I think does it have heavy, heavy? Basically, find a 3-button combo that you like, if you can. Yes, okay, perfect. So you're gonna want to boost your heavy with, I think it's the shoulders, the spiky ones. And then you'll wear the boots that increase critical damage. Unless you want to wear the movement speed ones. I would not judge you for wearing the movement speed ones. But the critical ones will help you get out more damage. And then you'll wear, I believe, the critical dagger, which increases by, I think, is it like, it's 5%? 10%? 5%. I think the boots got buffed to 5%. Okay, yeah, that's my, yeah, those are the only ones I wear anyways. They're the best ones. I wouldn't even judge you if you didn't wear the other ones on purpose. So movement speed boots, critical hit dagger, I believe, and then gloves. You can probably do strike damage. It's only 5%, but I don't think you need the special. Do you use special a lot? I don't play multiplayer. I can't even really do it with my brother because I get so competitive. It's not even me versus like the other person. It's like I'm literally the shitty guy at the table who's like, you know, you're not doing that right. You know, you're not min-maxing right. And it's because other people have done it to me that I get nervous and I feel like I have to tell other people to save them the embarrassment. But it's like I just become the person who's annoying. But I've learned that it's my problem. And I don't need to push that onto other people. It does make me feel bad. I wish I wasn't that way, but... yeah, fuck it. What's the witch got? I want to see what the witch's got. We'll take it. Why not? Oh, I should have taken the other one. It's fun. But am I missing anything? Celtic sword. Dagger accessory. Strike gloves, most likely. I'll have to double check, but I don't think you use charge that much. And multiplayer. And then you can still bring your people with you, right? So like I would definitely try to get this one for 30% damage. Absolutely. This one for 15% more damage. Again, because if you're doing heavy finishers, this is 15% more damage on your heavy finisher. That's big damage. Always having that would help you instantaneously feeling stronger with your friends. Having the movement speed one gets you to each fight faster. Absolutely, these two. I mean, you're instantly going to feel stronger with this one if you start doing the heavy combos. And then this one, when you're in those big crowds and you're killing enemies quickly, it's not long. 5 seconds isn't long, but 30% damage is enough that you suddenly feel like a kick in damage. You'll feel it. But yeah, you get 6 options, so I would definitely bring those. And then that leaves you, I think, 3 open. You could do 3 heavy attack monikers for another 15%. That's quite a bit. Now, again, getting 3 heavy monikers is kind of hard to do. I know all too well how annoying it is to try to get the exact monikers you want. But yeah, if you don't really have command to get your damage from, I would definitely go for like a... Oh, see, oh, it offered it for him. Okay, interesting. Well, we'll take it. Why not? What was I saying? Oh yeah, if you don't have your ally command to do your damage, you're basically just going to stack everything else. Now, I don't know how much damage you get from just 6 archers, but I would definitely still run 6 archers so that you can spam your ally command at any moment to just get some damage in. Because that's my favorite thing about the archers, is they have to be close to you, but they don't have to be next to you for you to get their damage in. Infantry and spearmen are kind of bogus sometimes, because if there's like pillars right like in here, will ruin a spearman. If this is in their line of sight, you're not getting help. But archers don't care. So I would definitely bring 6 archers so you can just spam them whenever, just like that. They're not going to be as strong as mine, but it should help. If you're already using archers, I would definitely recommend getting one one with Linked, and one with Vortex. And what that'll do is the Vortex will group everybody together with the Hurricane, and then Linked will do group damage to everybody that's connected, and that's a huge combo. Try to get that first, and then you can put whatever you want on everybody else. I do Gambler because you have a percentage chance to do a lot of damage, and I am a sleut for that. I have to do it. If there's a percentage chance to do more damage, I'm doing it. Not always. Sometimes I will take the guaranteed damage over the chance at critical hit damage, but a lot of the time I take crit damage. The issue becomes having higher damage will boost your critical damage. My favorite is sacrificing critical rate for damage. And then it's just like, I've got a 10% chance to crit, but when I do, it's boosted by 300%. I used to do that in Genshin Impact. Oh my god. Oh, level 3. Wow. That's good. Level 3 is really good chain. I used to play a game called Genshin Impact. And there was a point where everybody was trying to basically crit max. And you wanted to get as close to 100% as you could for crit rate, because you couldn't go over 100 crit rate. Well, you could, but it was useless. But then you wanted as high critical damage as you possibly could get. And I think I had the chance of like, it was like 80% crit chance and 150% critical rate, or critical damage. And then I could do like, it was like 30 or 40% critical chance and 200% critical damage. And it was like, hell yeah. It's like, I'll take the extra 70% damage at the drop of like 60% chance to crit. And it worked out fine because the attack methods, like, there was one where I could hit like a multi-attack with like a bunch of arrows. And it was just like, bro, I don't need over 50% critical rate chance. When I hit like 5 times in a row quickly, it's like one of them's going to crit, and that extra 70% is so much. Oh, shaboy! Yeah, it takes a while. It's really, really annoying to do. I hope they make a reroll system for it or something. Because I'm not sure how they fix it. But they really need to fix the moniker system. I love it as a reward for the end of a run, but it should not take 100 hours to get a perfect team in this game. Now, commanders, that's fine. Because the commander's strength is something that you feel like forever, and you have to earn it. You have to earn the points. They said they're doing them every 2 to 4 weeks, and they've definitely not been doing that already. They've been putting out like small patches anytime something goes wrong, which I don't have a problem with, but it makes it very, they're hard to gauge. These devs are weird. Again, the 3 months leading up to the release of Early Access, they were like, it was weird. 6 months leading up to Early Access, they were straight up, like, non-existent. Like, they would pop in to say yes or no to things, and then they would disappear. And I'm sure it was to work on the game, but it was like, bro, just tell everybody that the game's not coming out, and then relax. Like, you guys trying to crunch to get the game out, knowing full well that it's not ready, is just killing everybody. But, like, yeah, they said every 2 to 4 weeks, which is fine, but they've already not done that. Like, again, they dropped the update that, like, buffed a bunch of stuff, and then 4 hours later changed a bunch of stuff that needed, like, nerfed in their eyes. And it was like, okay, come on, guys, like, 4 hours later? Like, come on. Did you really need to do 4 hours later updates? I don't know. Again, I don't have a problem so much with, like, what they're doing. It's just like... Oh, shit. How did he die from that? Is that the extra 2% damage? Is that what I'm seeing? Although we have... No, we have plus 30% damage. Never mind. Never mind. What are you looking for in an update, though? What do you want? What do you desire? Speak it and it may happen. You gotta manifest it. So... I've talked about this a few times. Somebody on Reddit said that there's a cheater online already using the new Berserker character. So, he might be the first one out. Sorry if that's spoilers that you didn't want to hear, but... I did see someone talking about it on Reddit, that there was somebody cheating in their lobby and they were playing as the new wolf guy. So he might be close enough to done that he'll be the first one finished. But, again, this was a vague post on Reddit where they were, like, just describing loose details. But I would not put it past data miners and hackers to be able to play as unreleased characters already. That's the whole reason I bought the this game. Again, since I wasn't on the Discord, I wasn't privy to a lot of stuff, and I thought the characters were going to be in it. Maybe I missed it, but as the game was coming, the day the game was coming out, I don't think there was information that those characters were as far off as they are. Or that they were even far off. I thought they were going to be in the game. But I thought wrong. I don't know if that information was out there. I did catch the dev basically saying that none of the characters are ready and they have, like, a list of things. I think this is the same post. But they have, like, a bunch of other things they're going to finish before they get the characters done. Which is, like, the most depressing thing ever. My best recommendation is to save up enough points to unlock all the skills for the character you want, which I think is roughly like 10,000. And then probably just take a break. Because I think it's going to be a while. Again, I'm glad that I'm enjoying this game as much as I am, and that I'm going to start speedrunning it. Because I would have returned it. I would have. I would not tell people to play it, and I would have returned it. I tell people to be wary when buying it, because it is early access. Especially, and God, I'm so tired of it. I don't want to get angry and talk about this. But it is super early access in the regards of, like... A lot of these items are in their, like, beta forms. Again, Gargantuan Purse has changed twice this week. They buffed it, and then they immediately nerfed it 4 hours later. And it's like, come on, guys. Like, I don't get how devs can be bad at math. I know. That's probably some stereotypical thing underneath it, and I'm not trying to be mean or hateful or racist or anything. But, like, how can you program a game and be so bad at math? And that's not just these devs. That's every dev. That was made abundantly clear for me in, I think, 2020 by Gearbox with Borderlands 3, when they repeatedly said players were finding things that they did not intend. And it's like, bro, we're just doing basic math. We're just going, oh, wow, this gives me 35% critical damage, and this one gives me 35% critical damage, and this one gives me 50% critical damage. Look at all the damage I'm doing. You guys shouldn't be able to kill bosses so quickly. And it's like, what are you talking about? It's like, we're literally just using what you gave us. And then there was one where it was like people had figured out how to get infinite ammo regen. And they were like, we did not intend for people to be able to get infinite ammo regen. And it's like, bro, it's literally just 100%. You just have to add up the numbers until you get 100%. Or what was it? You got infinite ammo regen if you scored a critical hit. So people would just go into Gorillas of the Mist where all of your hits were criticals and you would get infinite ammo regen. And the devs were like, we didn't intend people to do this. And it's like, it's literally in the descriptions. One says you get critical hits guaranteed, and the other says you get healing on, or not healing, you get your ammo back on crits. It's like, what do you mean you didn't intend for this? And again, that was the moment I realized devs are just like either bad at math or genuinely malicious. And I'm trying to learn that it's not maliciousness, it's stupidity. And people might not want to admit it, but if you can't do basic math that adds up to 100, you might be stupid or a child. But a game developer should be able to realize, oh shit, I made it so critical hits are 100% guaranteed, and ammo regen is 100% guaranteed on crits. So that means, like, you can't blame the player for that. Why? I don't want to get mad. I don't want to get mad. That's a 6-year-old issue. I haven't got mad about that in a while. Oh my god, I can't. Don't get mad. It's still the dumbest fucking thing ever! And it makes me so mad that they blame the, like, and they can get away with blaming the player because there's bootlickers out there who are just like, you guys are cheating and you shouldn't be doing that anyways. And it's like, bro, you're only saying that because you play a different character and you want to feel like you're on the right side. I hate when people pick... Oh, Pit Fighter is a good one, but we don't want that. Of course, wow, that's crazy. He gets one of the rarest upgrades I've seen, and then he gets an even, like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Those are like 2 insanely rare ones. He's got to keep Shield Rune so it gets out of the pool. And then, yeah, no. It's too bad he didn't get... I might have taken Pit Fighter on him. 20%'s a lot. 20% to your fodder is insane. So again, the reason I did that was we now have... What is it? Rune Collector, Faithful, Treacherous, and Rune Scholar are all out of the loot pool. So they can't show up anymore. I got this dude for free. Anybody who... Oh, I was like, wait. Why is it showing me that boost? Interesting. I don't like that. It makes me feel like I'm missing damage. I am missing damage, but it's like, I can't... I only get 12 people. But I got this guy for free. Clan and all. He came from one of those free grab me's where you just get like a random dude. He came with Gambler and +5 damage to captains. So to the people who are out there who are like, you'll never get anything good, you do. All of these guys came from it. Anytime I see a free clan... Actually, that's not even true. I got rid of all of my poison and refract people. I would get rid of these guys because they're not the right... Actually, I would get rid of these 3, but they have clan... or not clan emblems. They have... Damn it. They have monikers on them that I can't get rid of. They're not going to add anything else to buy, are they? Oh, shit, that's what I was... Oh, okay, so yeah. You can see their weapons. So what do we have? Spear? Is that spear? Looks like spear. Looks like spear as well. Bow. Oh, damn, these 2 are bow. Looks like spear again. And then, what is that? What is that? I don't know what weapon that is. It looks like a big-ass cleaver. Yeah, Raven Guy's spear. She looks like she's spear. Spear. That's too many spears, right? That'd be 5 spears. 4 spears. Can't do math. 4 spears. 2 infantry. 2 bows? That doesn't seem right. He looks like he has a sword. She might be axe or something. No, that's a sword. She's holding a sword. Oh, Gambler could be crossbow. You might be right. That could be a crossbow. Alright, so what would be the... hold on. So that's a sword. That's a sword. I can see the hilt now. So wait. 1, 2 for spear. 1, 2, 3 for infantry. And then bow, crossbow. Oh, that could work. That's a better split. That could work. And then 2 spears. Yeah. So she's a spear or a crossbow. Crossbow would be cool. I have the feeling that Gambler and Vortex are going to be my favorite just because. Although I'm so excited to find out what the last clan is. It looks it's space related. Will it be Gravity? Gravity's too close to this. Or like a black hole? A black hole would be sick. What will it be? Oh, it'd be cool if it did like shooting stars. Oh, what if it does like the Mother Flame where it like crashes something in? That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm excited for the other heroes, but I mean, we're never gonna know. Again, I love this game. I will admit, I love this game so much, I will admit, I only wish one bad thing upon it, and that one bad thing is literally not even a bad thing. It's just that I hope they get proper competition from the company that they're inspired by, which would be bad for them. Can't deny that. But I would love that. It's good for the consumer.
Ancestors, smile on this victory.
Linked Strike is one of the best ones in the game. I would say Linked Strike is the best in the game. Simply because most people, even if you're a heavy, if you use heavy finishers and heavy attacks for the most part, you most likely throw some light strikes into the combo, and it's 10% for every light strike. They're taking extra damage for every light strike. Like, what's he taking? It's only 3, but like at the end he was taking an extra 9. And when you're fighting bosses, that matters. Not a lot. It's not as much as Gambler, but again, Gambler's not guaranteed. So it's really strategy bag. But I think that like that's the theme. I like that about this game. You combine things like Linked and Vortex to make a tornado that deals area of effect damage. Although I think that's outright the best one in the game. I think they need to buff the others. Oh, that would be cool if they buffed some of the other ones. That could be really, really helpful. Today's just a bad day, dude. Oh, I play a variety of games. Most recently, I was playing, what's it called? Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. But I play a lot of PS2 games. I play Final Fantasies on different consoles. I've played Dragon Quest on the DS. The original game I played was actually Conan Exiles. That was a weird time. That was when I first started streaming. I used to fish a lot on stream. I used to be a big fisherman. But that genre is kind of choked out. Speaking of which, yeah, I did play a lot of Borderlands. Well, I played Borderlands 2. But then I realized I got jebaited by a big YouTuber. Actually, everybody got jebaited by a big YouTuber, and they fucking cheated, and I more or less caught them in the act. But nobody gives a shit because I'm fucking tiny. Or cheated? Lied? I think lied's proper. Again, they probably didn't lie, but they were probably just fucking bad at math. But they were like, I saved myself about 50 hours of grinding. And in my experience, it was like, dude, you saved yourself thousands of hours. Like, you're fucking insane. You did not save yourself 50 hours. Because it was like 100 hours working on this challenge, and I got literally nowhere with it. And in the video, the guy's like, I saved myself about 50 hours by using this technique of save scumming. And it's like, well, I tried to do it without save scumming, and at the 100-hour mark, I had absolutely nothing to show. And you were done. I used to stream every single day. I've been doing that ever since Tears of Metal came out. So that's because, oh god, what? See, why did that not lock on? That sucks. That's because Tears of Metal has been the best game I've ever streamed. Now, Final Fantasy X is the most popular game I've ever streamed. No game has ever done better than Final Fantasy X. However, I still don't exactly know what was going on behind the scenes with the Final Fantasy X stream. I had like 50-something people watching me and not a single person talking. It's weird. Still to this day, I do not know what was going on that day. It's such a weird thing. Because like whenever I get like my yearly wrap up, Twitch is like, your #1 stream was 50-something people. And it was like, that was 2 years ago. Like, I've never broken that record. Why were there 50 people silently watching me play? I know Final Fantasy X is that popular of a game. But it's just like, it's so weird to me. The craziest part is, I quit streaming that day in like frustration. at like, it was like the 2 or 3 hour mark. I usually try to go for 8 hours. But I got so mad that I just quit playing. And when I ended the stream, it was like, who are you people? Why are these people here? It's one of the reasons before I end my streams now, I always check to see if people are in the stream. Because there's been a lot of the times where I just go to end a stream and there's people watching and it's like, bro, I just streamed for 4 hours and nobody said a word to me. Who are all of you people? And it's not that I mind when people lurk, it's just strange to me that people, like, will show up for 12 hours and then not say a word. And it's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I've learned you're not supposed to acknowledge those people. You'll lose them instantaneously. Never acknowledge a lurker. It's like genuinely like you scare them or something. I don't know. It's weird. Not that they're weird, but it's like an actual like rule of Twitch to not disturb the lurkers. And that was a lesson I had to learn. You do not disturb the lurkers. There's also an unspoken rule on Twitch that you don't get rid of the gooners, but like, fuck that rule. I cannot stand when people just fucking goon in chat. I fucking cannot stand it, bro. I'm so tired of it. I am so tired of watching someone try to like desperately shoot their shot with the streamer all stream. And it's just so... I can't do it. I can't do it, dude. The parasocial relationship between like the fucking toe gobblers and the streamers is just, it's too much for me to handle. Oh shit, we got he's a bow. I don't want it on a bow. Wow, dude, what a weird day for monikers. This is what I'm talking about. The game hasn't given me a single clan upgrade for 2 hours. Well, we got one on the brand new guy we gathered, which is bullshit because it's guaranteed to do that. We have not gotten a clan upgrade on any of our people for 2 hours, but I have seen the best monikers all week. There is something I would not play normally today. Normally, I would have just stopped playing when I realized the game wasn't going to give me clan emblems. Because there's no reason. That's the whole thing I'm farming for, is clans right now. But now I'm getting good monikers? What? Somebody please, I'm losing my grip on reality. Oh, so we have it. Here we go. I can show it to you now. Oh, I can't do it now. So, linked launches a wave that applies 10 linked. Linked, when an enemy with linked receives damage, all enemies with linked receive 1% of that damage. Bracing, when any enemy with linked receives damage, all enemies with linked receive 1%. Oh, my bad. Bracing, moderately reduce received damage. Additionally, all sources of linked are doubled. Huge! Again, bracing is useless if you don't have linked. So I usually say that fragile is the best dodge because it applies 20%, which is essentially 20 stacks of linked. However, if you have linked and bracing, it's only 10, which isn't as good. But again, bracing's useless if you don't have linked. Oh, wait, shit, my bad. You might have seen me playing Everything is Crab. I was one of the top Everything is Crab players for a little bit there. Arguably the top Everything is Crab player, but I wouldn't argue that. There's some hardcore people. There are some people with some serious, what's it called? Savant syndrome for that game. think we actually needed a link. There was one person who reportedly could beat the hardest difficulty of Everything is Crab without leveling up or taking damage or doing damage. Which, if you've played that game, is absolutely absurd. Like, you should not be able to do that. Straight up, you should not be able to accomplish that. But from what I understand from the dev, somebody has done it. Which, like, I don't know if I could. I'm a narcissist through and through. I believe I can do anything. And that's one of those things where, like, I know I could do it because I'm a narcissist. But, like, I also know my limits. And something like that would be so repeatedly frustrating that I would just give up. Because, like, after enough runs of getting, like, 50% of the way, like, I would just quit. Because it's, like, again, it's one of those things where, like, you just have to be perfect for one run. And, like, I know I can do that. I've done shit like that. But it's not fun. I do not enjoy it. And at 31, I've told myself I'm not doing anything like that ever again. It's one reason I don't speedrun. Because the level at which you have to play for speedrunning is just stressful for me. And I play games to have fun. Like, there are times where I'm not having fun because I have to do something that, you know, gets me to the greater fun. But, like, to me, speedrunning is not that. The reward from speedrunning is not worth the anxiety of, like, okay, well, I'm on a perfect run. If I fuck up now, I'll never see... And it's over. It's fucking over. I pissed it away. It's fucking done. I'll never have that shot again. I hate that feeling, dude. That literally just makes me want to crawl in bed and never get out again. Just literally deteriorate and die. I hate that feeling of like, well, I'll never have that opportunity again. And there's nothing that causes that more than speed running. Like, alright, so I just need this to go right, and then I just need that to go right, and then everything's going right, and I fucked it all up. It's all over. Yep, I ruined it. Oh my god, dude. Speedrunning is just the epitome of, like, do you have intrusive thoughts? And how do you handle them? Ugh! That is why I only speedrun games that are quick. And I've got them min-maxed to the point where it's not a skill issue. It's a performance issue. Which somebody out there is thinking, like, that's the same fucking thing, you idiot. And no. The performance is, I know I have to do these things. Can I do them? A skill issue is, I've got to do a triple backflip and land on this ledge and then scooch over a couple times so that I can jump and then land on this, and that actually requires skill. This game does not require that much skill. I am literally just mashing the X button and then I block right there and then I use my ultimate, or my ally command. I have got this game locked down to muscle memory. The hardest part is not getting hit from back. That is the hardest part. And it's because I missed my dodge. But I still get stressed. Because again, you can mess up a performance. A performance... Well, I shouldn't say a performance isn't difficult, because you can give a difficult performance. Not sure what I want to say there. What I'm trying to say is that I practice or I play a game to the point where it's not even practiced. It's second nature. And that really is how I like to put it, because I've practiced a couple glitches in my life, but I've never practiced a game. That's not fun. I like playing a game to the point where I'm like, oh, I wonder if I can beat this boss this way. If I can beat this boss this way. Oh, I wonder if I can beat the game doing this. And then years later, it's like, okay, I've run out of things to do in this game. How fast can I beat it? And it's like, it's not stressful because I'm not speed running. I'm seeing how fast I can beat the game. Which again is a speed run. But like, again, it's not stressful in my mind because I'm doing a challenge run. The challenge just so happens to be fast. Which is crazy. I know every time I say it out loud, it's like so dumb, but it's just, it's how it is for me. I can't speed run. However, I can do a challenge of my favorite game to see how fast I can beat it. I've set multiple world records, like, literally when I turn off the timer. Like, I'll have my speedrun timer on, and then I'll be like, okay, come on, dude, come on! Come on, man! Look at you! You're doing so well today, just fucking do a run! And then I'll turn the timer off and do a singular run without it, and it's just like, again, the stress goes away, because it's no longer a speed run, it's just a challenge to myself to, like, can you beat this game quickly? And it's like, I know I can. And the second the speedrunning aspect is gone, and you're thinking to yourself it's performance, and it's like, it's not. I'm still live. It's just, like, it's the speedrun. It's the fact that it's, like, not fun to me. The whole thing is, can you go as fast as possible? Versus, like, a challenge run is, like, how fast can you beat the game? Now, you could look at speedrunning that way, but that's not what speedrunning is now. Speedrunning is a disgusting, mutated, awful, cancerous, fucking degenerative way to play games now. I hate it. Speedrunning has just evolved into, I can beat this game by cutting to the credits as fast as possible. And I know people out there are arguing, like, no, that's glitch. There's glitchless. There's no major glitches. No, that's speedrunners. The vast majority of speedrunners want to beat the game as fast as possible. Which means playing it in a very gross way. It's like, I'm not even against using glitches and stuff. It's just like, I don't know. I actually had somebody try to use that against me one time, and like, I lost all respect for the person. They said they were going to beat my record by finding some debug menu exploits, and it was like, that would just be a different category. And they're like, you used glitches too. And it's like, I didn't use the debug menu. And like, they never posted a record or an argument or anything against me, and I think what happened is they probably went to the speedrunning community and were like, hey, how do I beat this guy's challenge faster by using the debug menu? And they were like, oh, that's easy. You just trigger the title screen and then the play cutscenes, and it'll play the final cutscene. And he was probably like, no, I actually want to beat the game as fast as possible, but using debug. And they were probably just like, what do you mean? We just told you. And like, he was like, no, I actually have to beat him, but I'm gonna cheat. And there was just a disconnect where they were like, we told you. Because again, actual speedrunners will just cheat to the title screen. And I think that's so gross. Oh god, it makes me... Oh. That's like, I don't care, dude. I don't care if people don't like me. That's not playing a game. If you play 5 minutes of a game and then you pull up the debug so that you can quit to the title screen, that's not a speed run. Ugh. At least like when people skip to the final boss fight, it's like, I have to beat the final boss using just parries and a wooden stick in The Legend of Zelda. Oh wow, we actually won the fight by accident. But it's like, at least they don't just load. I mean, I'm sure some do, but... it's trying to get rid of it. You'll never make me get rid of Snail Face. Oh wow, plus 15%. That's new, actually. I actually love that, Snail Face. I actually love that. That's new, I think. I don't know if I've ever seen Snail Face. Alright, I gotta take a break. Do I even... I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'll play... What am I doing, dude? 2 hours and we haven't seen a single upgrade. We have gotten 2 out of the loot pool, and we did upgrade one guy to Rabid Dog. Hey, have fun! Good luck! Yeah, I'll probably be back in like 30 minutes and play some more, but I need to take a break. I need to get up and move around. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why the game's not giving me upgrades. The game's being so weird right now. Game's being so weird. I'll play for 2 more hours. I need to take a break though. Let me hop up real quick. But no, thanks for stopping by, Samurai Jack.